Okay, now that we have reviewed the 5-paragraph essay, let's take a look at what it looks like specifically for arguments. So an argumentative essay. So let's say that we are writing an argumentative essay about why cell phones should be used in schools. Okay, so this is your topic. Now what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to come up with an argument. We know that we're going to need a claim. And we know that our claim is our belief, what we believe. So my belief is cell phones should be allowed in schools, okay? So we have our claim. Now we have to come up with 3 reasons. It's important that we have 3 reasons. We know this because we have to have 3 body paragraphs. And we have to have something to say in each one of those paragraphs. So you're going to need to come up with 1, 2, and 3. 3 reasons. Okay, you can see now that I have written out my 3 reasons. My reason number 1 is kids should be able to connect with parents. They should be able to use their cell phones for research in the class, and they should be able to use them for activities such as Kahoot. A lot of you have played Kahoot in your class before. So these are my 3 reasons to support my claim. Now, a good argumentative essay also tells the counterclaim. And we know the counterclaim is the opposite of what you think. So the opposite, obviously, of cell phones should be used in schools would be cell phones should not be used in schools. And then what you need to do is you need to prove why this argument is weak, why this argument is not good. So I am going to think of 2 reasons, and you can think of more, to prove this wrong. All right, so I've come up with my 2 reasons to prove this counterclaim wrong. We live in a 21st century, which means we live every day with computers and technology. So not having cell phones doesn't make much sense because we have them in our everyday life anyway. 2, FLA lacks technology. Obviously, we have to use some technology here in school, and we don't have that technology. So if kids are able to bring their cell phones and use them, then the teachers have a lot more opportunity to do fun activities using that technology. Okay, so we have our counterclaim now. And then you want to go ahead and start to lay this out as a power paragraph. So what you'll do is you'll take this information and you're going to put it in a layout form. So you know that you're going to go back. You're going to write out your power paragraph A, B, C, B, C, B, C, A. Each one of these should be a B. Okay, so then you're going to have the C's to support that. And then when you get ready to write your body paragraph, each one of these will also be part of a body paragraph. Now you might be asking, where does my counterclaim go? Do I write a whole paragraph about not using them in schools? No, that is not the point of a counterclaim. The point of adding your counterclaim in there is to prove it wrong or to prove how it is incorrect. So I might add it into my 3rd paragraph, how we can use it for activities, because FLA lacks so much technology and we live in a 21st century, the people who think we should not be using them in schools are still behind. Okay, so that might be how I add it in my essay. Okay, so now that you have your argument laid out, it's time for you to write your essay. So what you're going to do is you're going to write your introduction. And you can see that I've already written mine as an example. Okay, so we're just going to take our first A, which would be our claim, cell phones should be allowed in schools, and we wrote it as our introduction topic sentence, cell phones should be allowed in schools. It can be that simple. Don't try to overthink it. And then we're going to take our first reason, which was kids should be allowed to connect with parents, and we're going to add that as our B. One reason they should be allowed in school is because students can interact with parents. Now we need a C. We have to prove that. So if there's an emergency, students can text or call their parents. Okay, now I have a transition here. Another. You don't want to just go into kids should have their cell phones in classes straight away because you need some sort of transition. So another reason is because kids can use them for research in their classes. That was our second reason. And then we want to prove that right with our C. Teachers often assign research essays in which kids could benefit from using their cell phones. Next, B. My last reason is kids should be able to bring cell phones because they can use them for games and activities. My C is teachers want to make them learning more fun, and they can with more technology. Now you can see that I'm missing my last A. My last A would be the conclusion. So my conclusion statement has got to include my A, B, and B all as one sentence. So let's take our A. Cell phones should be allowed in schools. In conclusion, comma, cell phones should be allowed in school. Then we're going to add that magic word right there, because, magic word, comma, and then our first reason, students can interact with parents. You can see I'm rewording it a little bit. What's the second reason? Kids can do research. And my third reason is lessons could be more fun if teachers could play games on cell phones. Alright, so I've made my concluding statement. I took all of my B's and my intro. So now you need to start writing your next paragraph. This is only one paragraph. This is just your introduction. It does not end here. Your next paragraph begins by using this B. One reason they should be allowed in schools is because they can interact with their parents. We're going to turn that into a whole paragraph. So go ahead and start writing your next paragraph.